through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
We're the pageant directors, and we're so happy to see everybody here tonight. We are here to crown Mrs. Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin, America. And these lucky ladies will progress to the national competition this August in Las Vegas. So we can't wait to find out who our next winners will be. But right now, let's meet three lovely, lovely women who had the honor of representing their states this year. Please welcome Coral Hildebrandt, and we have Andrea Benajon and Jill Brucebar, and they are our reigning queens. Please have the stage, ladies. We're so proud of all of them. They're beautiful. Hi. So here we are again on the stage, and how does it feel tonight?
This has just been an amazing experience for me, and I am so very excited for all of the ladies competing tonight. Make sure you cheer them on hard, they really deserve it.
Yes, they do. Now, who roomed with who at Mrs. America? Oh, the two of you. And Andrea, who did you room with?
So I roomed with Mrs. Georgia. Lucretia, if you're out there, hello. She was hilarious, you guys, and she was everything at Mrs. America, so I'm so appreciative.
And we're so lucky they all got along so well. You never know what you're going to get with a roommate, right?
It was amazing. Mrs. America brought together the best of the best. We had the best time, and what a phenomenal way to showcase all of the achievements of the married women around this country that are fantastic. Their wives, their mothers, their advocates, they are off the charts fantastic. So it was great.
Right now, help me welcome the Minnesota Viking cheerleaders. They are some of the most beautiful, talented requirements.
Rule number 1 is you must be a U.S. citizen. Rule number 2 is you must be a resident of your state. Rule number 3 is you must be 18 years old or older. And rule number 4 is you must be married.
And George, do you have anything to add to that?
I agree.
Good job! Well, I agree too. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here tonight.
Preservation of the monarch's natural habitat and is home to the I-35 corridor known as Monarch Highway. Each year, thousands of monarch butterflies fly across this path in their annual migration to Mexico. The monarch knows great things come from Iowa, and I plan to show you the same as your next Mrs. Iowa. I am Jill Pinkett, Mrs. Polk County Production.
Representing the state of Iowa, I'm Brittany Watts, Mrs. Woodbury.
Did you know that the Mall of America represents a significant landmark, not only in the United States, but Minnesota as well? I am Amanda Bowden, Mrs. Detroit Lakes.
I'm Anahita Champion from St. Paul, Minnesota. Anahita means goddess of the waters in Persian. I am here today to pay tribute to the lakes of Minnesota as the queen of the Minnesota lakes. Minnesota State Insect, the monarch butterfly, immigrates to Mexico each winter to avoid the chilly weather. Fly back to Minnesota to enjoy milkweed in our 10,000 lakes. I am China Chang, Mrs. Ramsey County. I am representing the Minnesota Twins, number 7, Joe Mauer. I'm Kelly Shovin from Oakdale, Minnesota.
Cheerleader and representing our Minnesota Vikings, I'm Allison Crandall, Mrs. Dakota County.
Did you know that Latinos make up 5.83% of our population in Minnesota? It is also home of Indigenous Roots Cultural Arts Center. Not only do they promote cultural awareness, community activism, they also provide one of the most important pieces and components to our community, diversity and inclusion. I am Marisela Herrera, Mrs. Anoka County. Viva la diversidad!
You don't have to look too far to find me. Navigating is your brightest. I'm your North Star State. warm hearts. I'm Courtney Shea, Mrs. St. Peter.
Wisconsin is the show ski capital of the world. And as a show skier of 17 years, I'm wearing my favorite act to perform on the water, the 4-tier human water ski pyramid. I am Donna Brundell, Mrs. Kenosha County.
I'm Regina Curran, Mrs. Milwaukee.
Did you know that Wisconsin is home to the world's largest man-made mechanical planetarium? Perfect for viewing the moon and the stars. Representing Wisconsin's beautiful night sky, I'm a bright star from Dane County, Wisconsin, Leslie Nardini.
Winter, spring, summer, fall, the state of Wisconsin has them all. Representing the beautiful fall colors of Wisconsin, I am Kelly Williams, Mrs. West Bend.
Minnesota pageant since 1990. Sophie Tiener stayed in touch with us since 1990. She will be sadly missed. The 2018 Jerry and Susan Tiener Award was given in their memory. And we know that they would have really appreciated these costumes. So let's hear it for our contestants once again.
Yes,
escorted by Sam Janakakis. Presenting Mrs. Dane County, Leslie Nardini, escorted by her husband, Carlo. Presenting Mrs. West Bend, Kelly Williams, escorted by her husband, Keith.
I cannot give enough thanks to this organization and to Carl and you both for being amazing directors.
Thank you so much. Now we are going to find 3 of your pageant sisters tonight to accompany you. Are you excited about this?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This has been an amazing production so far, and I'm just so excited to find out who's going to win.
So am I. Let's hear it for Jody Myers.
Good evening, everyone. Representing the year 1983, I am Jane O'Hearn. Good evening, I'm Bessie Janakakis, Mrs. Minnesota, 2007. Good evening, I'm Wendy Russo, Mrs. Minnesota, 2008. I'm Mrs. Minnesota, America, 2012, Alan Carr.
Melissa Brenny, Mrs. Minnesota America, 2016.
Coral Hildebrand, Mrs. Wisconsin, 2017.
Victoria Hotchkiss, Mrs. Wisconsin, 2010. Andrea Bennett-Jean, Mrs. Minnesota, 2017. Carol Crowfoot Knapp, Mrs. Minnesota America, 1996.
Hi everybody, I'm Tanya Peterson and I represented 1994. It was a great year.
Hi, Jill Breeze Barr, Mrs. Iowa, America 2017.
Adam Duffy, Mrs. Minnesota, 1995.
Mrs. Minnesota, 1985, and I would like to give a shout out to Mary Johnson, Mrs. Minnesota, 1982. Actually, the last time I saw you was at the Global Beauty Awards on December 10th in Seattle, where you won the Congeniality Award in the very first ever. It was like the Academy Awards of the pageant industry. And that was quite an honor for you. Were you excited? Because I was excited when you jumped up to get the award.
I was so excited. I was like, yes, I got that award.
I got excited too because I won an award too for the best pageant coach worldwide. So we kind of celebrated that together. I'm just thrilled that you're here with us to watch the crowning of the 3 winners tonight, and hopefully you'll be a continuous guest at this pageant. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Let's hear it for Michaela. Our reigning Mrs. Minnesota, Andrea, is going to distribute the questions to you, and the questions are folded. So you can select a question, but you cannot open it, or as you know, you'll be disqualified. And I think as Andrea is distributing the questions, we'll get started. And I'm going to ask you all to state your name and your title before we do your question. Okay, so please state your name and title.
Good evening, I'm Jill Finken, Mrs. Polk County, Iowa.
Here's your question, Jill. Should judges be required to study contestants online prior to a competition such as this?
I don't believe that judges should be required to study contestants' online profiles. However, I also don't think those profiles should be a secret. I think when you put something out on social media, that is out there for the public to see. And if you want to be a representative of your state or your country, you need to be cognizant of what you are putting out there and what image you are presenting to the public. So I don't think it should be a requirement, but I also don't think that it should be hidden. I think it should be up to the pageant and whether the pageant is concerned about what perception their candidates may be putting out on social media.
Please state your name and title.
I am Brittany Watts, and I'm representing Mrs. Woodbury County. Hey.
Brittany, do you feel that there is an advantage for those in any specific occupation in this pageant?
I don't believe that it depends on the occupation. I believe that it is the women in themselves. I believe that all women are confident in themselves, and it doesn't matter on your occupation. You just have to be confident and believe in yourself.
Hey, thank you.
I'm Amanda Bowden, Mrs. Detroit Lakes.
Okay. Amanda, there is a saying that if you want the same result, do the same thing. Does this apply to pageantry?
I do not believe that this applies to pageantry. We are each individuals and in our own place, so it just depends on what you're getting out of it and what you're going for. Okay?
Thank you. I want to step on a train. You are.
Good evening, I'm Untitled Champion, Mrs. St. Paul.
What is the most important lesson that your husband has learned during your pageant preparation?
I'd like to ask him. I believe that Maurice Champion would say that he's just going to trust me. He knows that I'm a strong woman. He knows I'm confident, and he knows I have crazy ideas, but he knows I always do the right thing.
Janet Chain, Mrs. Ramsey County.
Okay, China. If you could be a role model for someone other than a family member, who would it be and why?
I would say it would be someone who's struggling with suicide and depression. I believe that at this moment in time, we have so many people out there that are hurting, and we play a crucial part in that. And for me, I've mentored and coached many people for many years, and it can be someone that I've met at Walmart, but I think it's very important for us to pay attention and extend kindness and compassion in this moment in time.
Please state your name and title.
Kelly Chauvin, I'm representing Oakdale, Minnesota.
Kelly, what 3 adventures do you have on your bucket list?
I would say number 1 would be traveling to New York City to see the Statue of Liberty. That has always been on my bucket list because it is a sign of freedom for me. Another one would be to go back to my country and explore what my parents went through. Number 3 would probably be paradise, where the blue water is.
Okay. Hi, please state your name and title.
Yes, I'm Allison Crandall, Mrs. Dakota County.
Allison, what was the biggest surprise to you about yourself that you discovered when preparing for this pageant?
I'd say the biggest surprise to me was that I am very much a creature of habit and routine. And if that gets jumbled up at all, I can get a little frantic. And my husband knows that it can stress me out a little bit when I don't get my workout in right in the morning, my daily devotions. I have a routine that I like to do. And I guess that was surprising to see how set in my ways I really am.
Okay, that's very nice. Thank you.
Marisela Herrera, Mrs. Anoka County.
What legacy would you like to leave your children or younger members of your extended family?
I would love to be half the man that my father was. I lead by example, following his example, and I'd like for them to follow the same with human kindness, with lending a hand. It's so important to lend a hand when another hand is needed, and to not focus on color or race or any type of orientation, but to see people for who they are and love everyone.
I am Samantha Holfer, Mrs. Shackley.
Samantha, what inspires you the most?
That would be my mother. I am a splitting image of her. I have followed in her footsteps, being in sales. She is one who lights up the room when she comes in the room. She's a strong, powerful woman, and she inspires me every day.
All right, please state your name and title.
I am Courtney Shea, Mrs. St. Peter.
yourself that no one knows, but that will be an asset when representing your state as the title holder?
I think something that people don't know about me is that I have an aunt who died of ALS. And I have been working with the ALS community and advocating for patients and really trying to live in the memory of my Aunt Jane, who was a compassionate, kind, caring individual who lost her battle. And I believe that this memory would just add to the title as Mrs. Minnesota and my advocacy for ALS and the community.
And you are?
I am Donna Brendel, Mrs. Kenosha County.
Donna, should pageants adhere to traditions that have proven successful, or should they change with the times?
I think pageants should stick with the parts of the traditions that have been successful and have we've watched them as we were younger with our parents and grandparents, and we have great memories, as I do with my grandmother, as I would walk in the room and she would sing, "Here she comes, Miss America." And she made me feel beautiful every time she sang it, so that one should stay. But then as the times change, some things should change, just the things that are important enough to change.
Great, thank you. Please state your name and title.
I'm Regina Curran, Mrs. Milwaukee.
Regina, if a pageant winner expresses her beliefs that offend a group of individuals, should she be subject to losing her title?
I do not believe that if someone within the pageant system expresses their beliefs that it should be a negative. It's everyone's beliefs are here, and we are amongst the most amazing sisterhood today with all different beliefs, and I honor that.
Hey, thank you. Hi, and you are?
Okay, good evening. My name is Leslie Nardini. I'm Mrs. Dane County, Wisconsin.
Sparkles between the two of us. Leslie, if you could run an ad in a pageant magazine, what would it say?
Well, in my work and on a daily basis, I strive to be a good role model and an inspiration to other people. And part of that is my work with the American Cancer Society. So if I were running an ad in a pageant magazine, it would be about giving back and really making a difference. And that's one of the parts of pageantry that I love the most. And so I would definitely want to make sure that I'm always sending that message.
Thank you so much. Last but not least, as I keep saying about you, you are
Kelly Williams, Mrs. West Bend.
Kelly, this is lucky that it's the last question because I can't hold anymore. Here's your question. Do you feel that the scores of the individual judges should be made public?
I think it's up to the pageant system. I think that you need to know about it going into the pageant. That way that you're prepared to know that the things that you do on stage and behind closed doors in the interview room will be held accountable for. And if you're up for that and ready to accept that challenge, then absolutely they can be posted public.
Great.
The contestants' answers were so outstanding. I don't know how we're going to beat that here, but we're going to try. Please state your name and your wife's name and where you're from, sir.
I'm Derek Chauvin, and my outstanding wife is Kelly Chauvin, Mrs. Oakdale, Minnesota.
If you could add an additional competition to the pageant, what would it be and why?
Oh, good question. I think I would actually add a physical event. Since we have enough height here, I do believe a rock climbing wall could fit teams of 2 timed.
Well, you're not competing, I'm talking about your wife here. Thank you. Did you say your name and your wife's name, sir?
Yes, my name's Carlo. My wife is Leslie Nardini, Mrs. Kane County, Wisconsin.
Thank you, sir. If you could request the judge to ask a specific question of your wife, what would it be and explain?
Well, I guess I would say...
There is a time limit here.
I understand. What is it that inspires you to bring beauty and vitality to others in life? That's what my wife does all the time. And I think that would be a great question because that's how she lives her life.
Great. Thank you very much.
Maurice Champion. My wife is Anahita Champion, Mrs. St. Paul.
When your wife told you that she was entering the pageant, what was your response? Favorable, questionable, or wonder why? And please explain.
It was very questionable. It was super left field, but as my wife mentioned on stage, I think this process gave me an opportunity to trust her in a new way in our relationship and just learn how to support her even when something doesn't make sense to me.
And you are?
John Finken, and my lovely wife is Jill Finken, Mrs. Polk County of Iowa.
Thank you very much. Have you ever heard of Groucho Marx?
Yeah.
Well, I have a riddle for you, and I know you haven't, you're sweating this out here. In any event, I want to quote Groucho. What city in Iowa has the most lawyers?
Des Moines.
Sioux City, folks. There's been a recent AP story that indicates that the theaters lately are playing a lot of superhero movies. What superhero would your wife say you are and why?
Well, my name is Chad Lee. My wife is the beautiful Miss Ramsey County, China Cheng. Anyway, I believe that my wife would call me Superman because I work in the criminal justice field, and every day when I leave home from work, she always gives me that look and she tells me, "Go get him, Superman." I encounter a lot of dangerous situations at work, but one thing that keeps me going, and when I encounter something really ugly at work that I really don't want to see or deal with, I think about all the good times I had with China, and we're such great partners, and that, you know, she propels me to be at my best, even when I have to deal with the worst individuals that I encountered that day. And, you know, thinking about family at home with China really pushes me to perform and have my job at best. My superpower, besides my bulletproof vest, is
that's good enough.
All right. He's a MacGyver. He can fix anything and make anything work. Okay, well, the description was written by Leslie Nardini. Hello. Perfect. Would you like to tell stories? Really quick story?
I don't have quick stories.
Okay, well, actually, where's Keith Williams? There you go. Okay, Keith, do you have a quick story? That's right, neither one of them do. Okay, but we now know about it. Okay, your talent is shooting hoops and playing basketball. greatest golfer in Minnesota. Ben Crandall, right? Are you a professional golfer? No? Yeah, she said you've been passionately pursuing your craft since your early 20s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Play golf?
I do, and so when she has to do a pageant, I can't really say no because she absolutely lets me go nuts with that. So, yeah.
Great, great. Whoever you are, you do upside down hanging crunches. You can do 100 at a time.
Well, at lifetime, I get on the inclined sit-up bench and raise it up almost all the way and keep going to the point where people...
We're almost dead.
Going to the point where people in the club just stop to stare.
I'm sure. Well, congratulations. I hope you keep up the good work. Okay. He thinks he's good and knows the words to every song. We have a singer. What's your name? Yes, Chris. Chris thinks he's really good, but we also have somebody else who sings. Who would that be? Who else sings? He moves like James Brown. Maurice, so you're multi-talented. You sing and you rap also. Okay, come on over here. Let's get a little sample. You go first. So let's get a sample.
My singing.
Okay, Maurice, have the mic.
Okay, so I'm not going to sing because I didn't do any of my warm-up chops. I didn't do that. But here's something. Whoever said absence make the heart grow fonder is a liar. I can tell he or she haven't felt love or we, which true love don't inspire. But inspire more bliss that my desire wrote this. I keep my eyes open to capture these moments we spend together. Feels heaven, don't want it to end.
Okay, this wife says, oh boy, he can twerk like it's hot. To the band Journey. I went to a Journey concert at the State Fair. Did you go to that? Yeah, I did. I actually recruited a pageant contestant there. I was more interested in that. But, so I understand you do like to lip sync to Journey, huh? Hit it, music lady. Minnesota with the husbands, but we've always done this in Georgia. And 2 weeks ago, all hell broke loose on the stage. And the question was, if your husband were in the competition, would you win the interview, the swimsuit, or the evening gown competition? And all I can tell you is we had many in the swimsuit competition. And it was, Carl was sitting in the audience going, no, no, somebody was going like this, and I let it run. It was fun. I said, I'm in control. Anyway, I want to thank you so much. And as they're exiting, Jill Breeze and Carl should be getting the ballot. Oh, let's hear it, audience. We are going to start. I'm just making sure these are all in the right order. All right, let's start with the People's Choice Award winner. The total raised tonight was $515 collectively, so thank you to all of you for helping support the cause. And our big winner this evening, the People's Choice Award winner, is Donna Brendel. Congratulations, Donna. Okay, now we have the Frank and Rosalie Kipperston Congeniality Award. Frank and Rosalie Kipperston were my parents, and they were very, very proud of this pageant, and we wanted to Congratulations. So sweet. We have the Marlo McCready Bernice Johnson Community Service Award as judges. And the Community Service Award goes to China Chang. All right, on to the She is Courtney Maxwell Shea. Our swimsuit award is the Physical Fitness Award. Our winner this evening is Regina Curran. This is Milwaukee. Now we have the best in evening gown, showing great grace and poise. Our evening gown winner is Samantha. And finally, the Crutchfield Best Complexion Award, selected by Dr. Crutchfield. And staff. Thank you, staff. And the winner is Allison Crandall. Congratulations, Allison. Congratulations to all of our special award winners, and congratulations to all of our ladies for doing a wonderful job tonight. Well, it's that bittersweet moment I referred to earlier when we have to bid farewell to our 3 title holders. So we would like to bring on stage first Mrs. Wisconsin America 2017, Coral Hildebrandt.
My journey began in 2006, and I have either come to watch or participated in this pageant every year since. That is 13 years that I've been putting up with Faith and Carl. Or maybe they've been putting up with me. But truly, I cannot thank you both enough for this second once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They didn't know it, but this time around my mission was clear. I was going to give back to all those organizations whose causes have made an impact on my life. So the American Cancer Society, for my friend Renee, who lost her battle to cancer this last year. Victoria's Voice, which promotes drug and alcohol overdose prevention. For my brother Matt, who faced this demon but ultimately lost his life. Autism Speaks for my younger brother Mark. The MS Society for my sister Willow, who battles MS still. And the National Alliance Against Mental Illness for my mother, who has battled schizophrenia for most of her life. So thank you.
5 feet off the stratosphere before flying home. Thank you both for the opportunity to also entertain on the pageant stage tonight. To Angie Haseman, World's Perfect Woman 2017. One of my biggest wins in pageantry is my friendship with you. Thank you for being you. You inspire me daily. To Mrs. Iowa 2013, Farrell York. Thank you for being one of my biggest cheerleaders, sharing my vision, and being my sounding board. I'm always grateful to be your sister of the sash. To Sarah Moses at the Pageant Shop. Thank you so much for your friendship and amazing wardrobe. Shopping with you is the best. Dr. Colgraff and the staff of Ruby Skin and Vein Clinic. Thank you for keeping me looking my best this year. I am a proud patron. To Barb Bohr, Garments by Design, for tailoring and creating my awesome Nationals costume. I loved our talks, sparkle on. Jason Young, Young Quest Fitness, Gary, Gianna and Jamie, the Hair District, Wendy Russo, Judy Wright, Bessie's Boutique, Lashik Prom and Pageant Boutique, Carrie Shannon and crew with Fell's Photo, the Clay County Fair and Ray Gun Des Moines, Angie Francine, Oakberry Cottage, Angie Bennett, Spot On Creative, Niall Dotson, Center Cleaners, my anonymous ad page sponsor, Katie at Blush, my coworkers at BBU, and Jason White of MC22. Thank you for being a part of my village. You each played important parts in my life this year, and I am forever grateful. To my Mrs. America sisters, including Team Shui, Coral Hildebrandt, and the Midwest crew, thank you for your love, the laughter, and the movie quotes. There is no one I'd rather cut up t-shirts with than you. And most importantly, thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, with whom all things are possible. To the women competing for this title, it's not win or lose, it's win or learn. Even though only one of you will take home a crown, you can all use your purpose to better the lives of others. Your gifts matter, your story matters, your dreams matter, and you matter. I applaud each of you. To the next Mrs. Iowa America, get ready for the journey of a lifetime. Be a role model in your community, continue to grow, realize your potential, and always stay humble and kind. Welcome to the sisterhood. I end with a quote by Dr. Robin Silverman. You need not worry about how you will be remembered. Instead, focus on living a life of character, conviction, and compassion, and your legacy will not be forgotten. Signing off one last time, I am forever your Mrs. Iowa America 2017, Jill Breeze Barr.
State of Iowa. We truly appreciate all that you have done, and we are so proud of you.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to keep this extremely short because I know these ladies' feet are hurting, so we're going to keep it brief, okay? So thank you so much to all the sponsors. Carl and Faith, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. We love you guys. My friends and family, loved ones, all of our sponsors. There's no way that I could do this without my queendom. So thank you guys so much. And last but not least, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of musical taste. And this is just to say thank you for everything, even for all of you being here. For all you do, and all you've done for me, for all you are, and how you set me free, I will never forget what you've done for me. I just want to say thank you for my mother, thank you for my father, thank you for my sisters and my brothers, thank you for the sunshine, thank you for the rain, thank you for the heartaches and the pain, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to say thanks. Thank you so much, and ladies.
Okay, the first runner-up to Mrs. Iowa America is Brittany Watts. Jill Finken, you are the new Mrs. Iowa America 2018. And we're excited. Come on up, sir. Congratulations, Jill. At the Westgate Hotel in Las Vegas. All right, let's hear it from you. Our third runner-up is Donna Brendel. Congratulations, Donna, for a fine job. Second runner-up, Leslie Nardini. Beautiful job. Well, we have two ladies remaining. Can I have the two of you step forward, please? And here's the speech again. If for any reason our new Mrs. Wisconsin cannot fulfill her duties, the first runner-up shall take take over? They both did a terrific job. Okay. Our first runner-up is Kelly Williams, Regina Curran. Congratulations, Regina. And Regina will accompany Wendy to the Mrs. America pageant. And where is Regina's husband? Oh, he's watching. Oh, Sam, you just had another winner. Okay, thank you ladies, all four of you, for just an absolutely fine job. And now let's ask our Mrs. Minnesota contestants to please step forward. Are you ready? Okay. Please step forward when I call your name. Our third runner-up is Marcela Herrera. Thank you. Yes. Second runner-up, Samantha Hofer. Congratulations. Okay. First runner-up, Courtney Maxwell Shea. Congratulations, Courtney. Let's hear it for her. Okay, so here's the deal. One of you is the next Mrs. Minnesota. And we think you should all be Mrs. Minnesotas. Okay? But only one person can win. So, Mrs. Minnesota for 2018. It's